Last year I made SpongeBob SquarePants in CSS as a beginner. This is how. So first, in the HTML file, I named out all the body parts that I'll be designing, and with the class of Bob as the container, the eyebrow, and keeping it left and right to define their position, the eye class, then left and right to define their positions, the nose, mouth, teeth, and the spots. So after that, in the Bob class, since SpongeBob is a square, I gave him the same height and width, and then a background color of yellow. I gave him a border of 2 pixels, and then position absolute. So I defined the eye class. In the eye class, this was the general class for both the left and right. So I gave it the same height and width, and then a border radius to make them round. I gave it a border of 2 pixels, which was a solid black. So I introduced the pseudo classes, that was after and before, and the eye class was representing the inner people, the black people that you see, and that had a position of left 50%, 50%, put it in the center of the circle. And the eye before, that one had a border radius of 2 pixels, still black, and made it a background of white to create that eye that we see. So I then defined the left eye and the right eye. That was to position them to the left and to the right. So to make SpongeBob Polas, I gave him a spots. That was with the ID classes of spot, with the IDs of spot 1 and spot 2, and tried to make them random by giving them the transform rotation 15 degrees and then 30 degrees. And then I worked on the eyebrows. So before I talked about the pseudo classes, the pseudo elements before and after, and you can see they were a very important principle in the design. So the before and after help you add elements that create designs that were not even defined in your HTML. So with the before and after, I was able to add the second and third eyebrow, even by having one eyebrow defined. So I created one eyebrow that had a background color of black, with 20 pixels as the height, 4 pixels absolute, and gave it a before that was same size, and then an after that was the same size to make them 3 eyebrows. So I did that for the left and the eye, and the right eyebrow. Then I made the simple nose for SpongeBob, which was a round oval that was inverted. That's by giving it a border top of 3 pixels, border right and border left of 2 pixels. I left out the border bottom to create that opening that you see down there. And then the background color is still black, and centered and positioned it to the almost the center of our body. Then for the mouth, it was also an oval, so I just gave it a smaller height, smaller than the width, to make it horizontal, and then a background color of black. Then for the teeth, so I made it, it was a square that was of height 15 and width 15, background color white. And then I gave it a border left, right, and bottom. That's a black border that you see. And then positioned it. So I also improvised with the before to make them 2. And that's it. That's how I was able to make SpongeBob as a beginner. There's a lot I could have done differently, but I was happy with this, and I'm still happy with this. So thank you for watching.